of course, shout out to our lovely engineer in the building. Jobber Nation, what's going on? Happy New Year. So much to talk about. We will get into it a little bit. We're going to creep our way into some stuff. We're going to do...
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. What did you guys do for New Year's? Don't all go at once.
Went to work, came home, slept.
Because
I wasn't feeling good.
I'm so sorry. She wasn't feeling good.
I was just tired. Like, I was just very fatigued. I don't know. Like, everyone been getting sick around me. Either.
Nah, something was going around.
Yeah. So like the way I get sick is I get very congested, and then I get weak to the point where like all I want to do is sleep, and I work. So I was sleeping. I literally would come home, sleep, get up, and go right back to work.
Probably should stay your little ass home.
Excuse me.
You should probably stay home.
Nah.
Sometimes the one thing I learned is you gotta listen to your body.
Listen,
well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
I'm feeling great, B, because of the C. Yo, shout out to C Moss. Shout out to my C Moss brother. You know, Michael Bostic. You know, check out his tracks right now, B. C Moss. That's a C Moss call.
That sound like the Birdman call.
Listen,
that was not that.
I couldn't come up with nothing fast enough.
I would have rather a step and a clap. Nigga, bird call. I was like, what? I don't.
Represents a C. Because when you hit the shells, like, because it's a C Moss call.
That never really like. Have you ever like done that and it worked?
What? Listen to the shell on the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not by the sea though. Like listen to the
yes, by itself. Yes, I have.
Oh, really?
It's like the sea.
You never heard it?
Nah.
Yeah.
Then you don't have ears.
That shit don't hit for me.
Ears don't work, B.
That shit don't work for me. Yes, those that are watching on the live feed, good morning. This year we're gonna try something a little different, see how it works. We're gonna try to actually come to you guys live.
The first ever true wrestling morning show. The AM Jobber.
We were our midday light and bright. We went from the evening to midday. So now we're trying the morning and seeing how that works for us. It's a little rough for me.
Tuning down.
But
yo, those night shows was crazy. You talk about some spiciness.
We were used to record from like 7 to 9. It was dark. It was outrageous. So Wilkins, you went on a magical trip to Europe. You want to talk a little bit about it for your New Year's? And
it definitely wasn't magical. You act like I was on a magic carpet, but it wasn't. But
it was magical.
It was cool.
Did you not eat? Did you not drink? Did you not get in a hot springs?
But you could do that in America.
No, but it's still the luxury of doing it in someone else's country. Like
who's someone else? Us black men are everywhere.
Oh Lord,
we own the world.
Okay.
Shout out to the Mormons.
We own the world.
And
then it's somebody else's country.
Or the designs in Europe, the Mormons. Or the complex geometric triangles and stuff like that, the Mormons. Come on, B. Shout out to the Mormons.
We the original man. But anyways, I had a good time.
Yeah,
I ate. I enjoyed myself. I watched wrestling across the seas. Right before we found out that Saudi was about to take over WWE.
Nah, we're gonna get into that. We don't know all the facts, but we gonna get into that.
This shit is the funniest thing.
Yo, it is like a sitcom.
But so you know what's funny to me? So I'm not gonna say this. I got this here first, but I heard about it, the Saudi deal. Like what is it? No, not this week. Last week or the week before. When I got back, because I trained, the first weekend in January. So one of my clients, that's what he does for a living. His company buys and sells companies, takes off debt, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't even mention this to him. It's two of them. And then they both were just like, yo, WWE about to get sold? I said, what? What are you talking about? I was like, would you just make that up? I was like, yeah, they're in a position. He's like, I heard it's Saudi money about to get taken. I said, what? He's like, yeah, it's gonna be a while. It's not gonna happen anytime soon, but it's potential. He was like, there was two companies, so it's one of them is Live, the people that came up with Live. You ever heard of Live? It was a golf tournament that
that was in the Saudi and regions, right?
Yeah, so there was this tournament.
You got Tiger Woods over there.
They didn't get Tiger Woods. So there was this golf tournament that was basically trying to literally buy up all of Americans' top golf players. But the top golfer was like, nah, I ain't doing that because it's Saudi Arabia and they have the worst reputation ever. Like they just known to kill people and stuff like that. So they were just like, So, but a lot of the mid-level golfers were just like, we're getting bread. They even offered Charles Barkley bread, like stupid money. Like here's $10 million. You come out here for like a month and work. And Tiger and Charles was like he couldn't do it because of his contract with
Yeah. Oh, so those that are on the live feed, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a little early in the morning for me, but may not be for you. But if you are commenting, we appreciate the comments. Please, if you have not given Facebook Mark Zuckerberg any access to your account, please make sure to put your name at the end or the beginning of your comment so we know who said what. Thank you. Little PSA.
Okay. My thing is this, right? Why is everybody so up in arms with Saudi buying WWE?
I think, you know what it is? I think the whole, I don't want to say melee of feelings, but that's kind of what it is. It's waterfall effect of feelings. I think really just plays into the fact that people don't have all the facts. And I think that causes a lot of issues, especially like for credibility, for people that do podcasts like we do or other journalists, things like that. Things of those natures. When you don't have all the facts and you have this platform and then you put out information that isn't 100% true, it creates this chaos in this world of wrestling and really just in general, because that could be in any type of sport or any type of situation. But if you don't have all the facts, then you're led to speculate. And that speculation then causes people to really just start talking out the ass, saying feelings, saying things they don't know. And it's more of the ignorance of not knowing versus the wanting to just kind of wait and see how things play out a little bit. Because, you know, with Vince kind of putting his dick on the table and was like, I want my company back. Thank you. To then, you know, Stephanie stepping down, which if you go back to before Vince shit got hot, Stephanie wanted to take a leave of absence. Yeah. So it goes right back to originally what she wanted to do. And she may have other ventures and things like that. And it's interesting how we, you know, hold her to a certain level of like scope, but Shane did the same thing first. And then coming back and leaving and coming back. So I think for us, just as fans, it's a great time in wrestling.
Right.
Just a general, no matter what type of promotion you watch.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to the business side of things, we all have to kind of take a seat back. And if we're not in those hands and we're not in those rooms, then we really don't have the space to really talk about those things as of yet. I mean, anyone that knows business, any type of sale of any type of company, there is layers to that, and it takes months, sometimes years for things to go through in that situation. So no, WWE isn't going to get sold tomorrow or next week, but if they choose to do that, I think as you know time progresses, then more information will come out, and we have to kind of accept, you know, when it comes out, the sources that it comes from, and instead of just reacting to some shit that you heard on the Bluebird or read on Reddit and all this type of shit, because in that it brings the morale and it brings the funness of wrestling down. But like I haven't, like, everybody talking all this shit is like, yo, can we just enjoy what the fuck is going on
wait,
TV?
Hold on. I'm just gonna say this is we some damn hypocrites. All right.
Yes, wrestling fans are fake
hypocrites. We're hypocrites because civil rights stuff. They do so much civil rights violation. Don't they violate us? Civil rights violation. They bombed a city in Philly because how the residents said that we want to get rid of them. Right. They also attacked Osa because we were making too much money. They violate Tulsa. They violate civil rights so many times. But Saudi. Civil rights, y'all want to be fake woke. You know, they killed a journalist. You know how many people be killed innocently and nothing happened to them? We traded an arm dealer for a basketball player. But now y'all want to stand on a side of moral, right? Right?
Well,
right?
people pick and choose. Right? People always, but that's human life. People pick and choose what side of the coin they want to be on.
Right. That's okay though. But my thing is this though: Americans, we're not perfect. We probably worst off. We put so much money into the military that our health system sucks.
But the thing
Oh,
is,
the health, education.
Education sucks.
But it's
Transportation,
but
list
it's
goes
bigger
on.
than that because it's just at a point where everybody's just like, oh, it's a reaction. What happened in the past couple of days was a reaction.
Okay.
Was a reaction to the whole situation. Nobody thought it through. Nobody do that. Because the company that they said was sold to, put quote unquote, was PIF. PIF is Saudi Arabia entire that's their investment firm. They take the Saudi kingdom's money and invest it in different companies. They're invested in Uber, Newcastle, Capcom, and a lot of other companies that we use on a daily basis or engage with on a daily basis.
You better talk to these devils out here.
Shout out to Black Wrestling in the building.
So the main reason, so
Dr. Umar Wilkins.
So
talk to them, Umar Wilkins.
So
that's problematic.
PIF literally takes Saudi's money and invests it in different companies. So we need to look at the business standpoint of what's going on.
Talk to Umar.
And I don't think people are being logical about this on a more logical way. My name is Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I own the majority stake of this company. Y'all about to do a media rights deal at the end of the year, which could be worth billions upon billions of dollars. And I'm not getting a piece of this shit?
He's getting sued, though.
Huh?
He's getting sued.
Because he pushed his way in.
Well, yeah, because he put his big dig on the table and said, "Ha." But you forget when you're a publicly traded company, you have shareholders and you have people.
That he broke.
Yeah, you have people that will catch you and slip you up. So what ended up?
But I
happening
think he'll
was
be
that.
fine because it's Vince
Yeah,
McMahon.
because that nigga's Teflon Don.
Shout out to Empire teaching us basics of business and stuff like that. Empire
And
was the truth
Succession.
for that.
So
Shout out to those two.
So to continue, he's like, "Yo, y'all about to get this deal?
Let me be a part of that."
Because I know how to hustle this."
Right, and you know what's funny? That's what I had told. You know, when Michael had sent me the thing first, I had told him that. I said, if there was anyone to be able to be a part of that business table conversation, it should be Vince McMahon. He's been with the company
and
3/4 of his life.
But we also forget.
Why would he not?
Vince McMahon has said on numerous occasions, "Fuck my kids."
Oh yeah,
He went on Pat McAfee's show and said, "I'm giving my company to the best person." He already said, "Fuck Stephanie and fuck Shane," without saying "fuck Stephanie and fuck Shane." Obviously, he loves his kids. Stephanie McMahon has been a vital part to that business. So has Shane. And I don't want to seem like I'm hating on either one of them, but we need to understand Vince McMahon don't give a fuck about his family.
Nah,
he cares about the bottom line.
Yeah, business first.
He's about his money. He's a businessman first. He's the same dude that bought the company from his dad and said, "I'm taking over all this shit.
Give me everything."
He said he literally came into wrestling and said, "Oh, you guys have an unwritten law? It's unwritten. So I never seen it. I'm taking over all these territories."
Y'all got the game
but
fucked up.
Time, he fed niggas.
He did, but
he swelled niggas' pockets like this.
But the thing about it, I also
he took care of niggas though.
So I also
I'm
think
sorry. I'm trying not to say the N word. He took care of brothers.
But also let's also understand something else. Okay. What a lot of people not understanding. PIF buys companies, builds them up, and then sells them back. What a lot of investment companies do. So what we need to understand is that, let's say WWE was sold, right? And goes private. One of the biggest problems that I've been hearing and I've been reading about is that WWE is not getting their worth. Companies are not offering WWE their worth.
Talk to them,
because they've been undervalued by a lot of companies. Because once again, we are in such a niche market when it comes to wrestling.
They don't know the power.
They
don't understand the power of a wrestling dollar, and it's interesting.
They don't at all. Exactly what they don't understand what wrestling fans do. Because let's think about it. Ratings are down. We all talk about it. Blah 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 blah. But let's look at numbers real quick. Raw does about 1.5 to 2 million. So let's go on the higher end. Let's go 2 million. NXT does about on average about 500,000.
That's still good.
So in 2 days, you have 2.5 million people watching wrestling. Let's look at AEW. I'm gonna talk about wrestling in general. AEW does about 1 million every week on Dynamite. That's 3.5 million. Thursday, there's nothing on. You may get a couple of Impact. That's, let's say, 200K. So now you're almost at 4 million people watching wrestling in that 4 days. And then Fridays, SmackDown does about 2.5 million. So within a 5-day span,
and then Rampage,
there's about 500,000 million.
I'm gonna add
500,000. Hold on. Let's do these numbers. So within a 5-day period, you have 7 million people tuning into wrestling. Now we're just talking about on regular cable TV. Wait.
I'm at YouTube. Let me add YouTube.
No, I'm about to add that.
Yeah, because
hold on. Wait. WWE, all of their social medias has more followers than all sports in America. All their social medias. Now, let's take out AEW. Let's take it out the equation. I just want to make a point. Now let's look at WWE's library. 50 plus years of content. WWE owns everybody's library except for ROH and AEW.
And Impact.
So now I'm getting the library of Jim Croc Promotions.
Yeah, Crockett. You're getting WCCW. You're getting WCW. You're getting ECW. You're getting NWA shit. You getting that shit.
So
getting Progress. You're getting the shit in the UK.
You're getting UK stuff.
Yeah.
So the thing is, when you look at it, you understand the business. But when other people look at it, they go, "Oh, this is some carny shit. This is some circus stuff." So the past year and a half, 2 years that Nick Khan's been around, he's been trying to get the value of the company up. But most people don't see the value of the company.
Right, but then want WWE superstars to be on their TV show and on their brand and like, listen, I bet you a NASCAR. When I saw that Bianca Belair was on NASCAR, I said, oh shit. You got NBA shit inside the NBA talking about WWE shit. You got NFL doing WWE shit. You got all these major sporting things that once again want to get a piece of that WWE pie. And you know, as a wrestling fan, it still has that like stigmatism of like, oh, you watch wrestling? Oh my God. But not understanding the effects and what wrestling has put into sports just in general, not even just sports entertainment, just sports in general. So them not, people not understanding their value as a business, I can totally get.
But we're not even counting the one of the things that people another opponent that they have definitely underrated is the internet presence. But they know that. No, hold on. I'm adding on to your points. Their internet presence. You said that Raw does like, let's say 2 mil, right? Let's say there's 3 segments on the show. That's great. 2 million right there on the internet. And one night, another 2 mil, another 2 mil. That's 6 mils right there. And now, if you're a company who's advertising, you have Pizza Hut in the corner right there. Oh, I want some Pizza Hut now. You understand?
Let me tell you, the Royal Rumble, they keep pushing this Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight, and it's the Mountain Dew blackout match. I said, what the fuck?
Out. And not even forget, like AEW, hey, you always have contact on there with wrestling, MLW. You understand? And NWA, Impact. So you forever have a presence that everybody knows. And now these people are athletes themselves. You know what? Let me put this little designer on Darius Carter coming to the ring. You understand? Burberry with the deal with MJF. Now everybody wrestling fan want to get Burberry right now. The influence.
Does he have a deal with Burberry?
That's what he said. But I'm just putting that in the universe. Of course, all are good for people.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, he did say that, but does he though?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't
Look
know.
it up, guys. Thank you. And another thing too,
because he's had that scarf gimmick since MLW.
It was never a real Burberry.
Shut up.
And then,
come on, dogs.
And another,
you know the culture over there, AEW, all fake clothes.
And another thing too, how much influence that they have within the music culture.
Yeah,
imagine if WWE goes back to going like going with rappers, putting out albums. A lot of the albums either went platinum or gold. So you're right. As a whole entirety, them selling it to any publicly, they'll always be undervalued. But them, like, that's what you're saying. I think, honestly, it's for the bigger plan.
It's for the bigger plan, but then it also, you want to think about other stuff. Because there's always the business side of things, but then there's the people that work for the business.
Yeah, the culture of
and them not knowing what is next.
Right, because, when any company gets sold, like, it's not to say, like, think about when WCW got sold. It's not to say that talent will still be on the brand, still be, working for WWE. So, like, it is a very interesting time, but it unfortunately in these type of situations, especially on the business side of things, it's a waiting game. It's gonna be a process. It's not something that's gonna happen overnight. It's not something that's gonna happen, even by WrestleMania. Like, no. So I think as fans, and that's why, like, I had to, like, wait until we recorded it, because I was just like, I can't with everybody, because it takes away from the excitement of us being in the Royal Rumble season. It takes us away from different things that's going on in different promotions. So, you know what? Let's move on. Let's talk about.
I got a question.
Ooh, you got a question.
So
you don't ever have a question.
Everybody keeps talking about, and I said this before, but the haters,
niggas don't listen to me.
Niggas don't listen to me. Niggas don't listen to me. Sir Wilkins 319, B. Listen to Sir Wilkins. It's in the Bible. Come on, boy. Anyways.
Get your brother.
Sir Wilkins 319. So, everybody's talking about what's going to happen to Triple H, what's going to happen to Triple H.
Chips is going to be fine.
But I'm going to keep it a buck. He ain't fixed shit. Triple H hasn't fixed anything with WWE.
Whoa.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Stephen A. fake.
Let me finish.
Bayless?
Let me finish.
Don't get me started on that.
Hold on. Let me finish.
So you're saying
Hold up.
Triple H didn't fix shit.
Wait, hold on. I just want to get the question.
Hold up. Do y'all think he fixed stuff? Do you think in general, I would say things got a little bit better?
So for me, it's easier to digest. It flows a lot better. The storylines isn't just always one and one. It's actually branched out.
But ain't nobody popping.
People,
though.
hold on. I'm gonna get there. People that wouldn't have normally been. Listen, as many times I done seen Rico Booty on this goddamn SmackDown. That is the most time I done seen this nigga on TV.
Chain Rico's different.
Even on NXT.
Hold on, you said Chain Rico?
Yes. That's my guy.
Yo, so like,
Chain Rico.
So like people like him, like I feel like there are certain people that have been giving more TV time that wouldn't have normally have gotten that in Triple H era. I feel like, yes, I mean to a certain extent there aren't any mega superstars that have come out, but once again, how long is it?
It's not a year.
How long it's been?
But hold up.
Because like to be honest, and think about it, the video packages, the even production, I think to a certain point has been slip up a notch. But I do think the pressure on AEW did that. So I'll get into that.
So hold up. But
I do feel like I think you were expecting superstars to be made out of the change.
But let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Because my man Michael C. Boss Bostic, he asked the question. I mean, who's been successful that Trips brought in? Now let's talk about it real quick.
Okay.
The Bloodline feud, which I say is the greatest faction of all time. I'm holding that down.
But that was
hold on, wait. My brother with the Dwayne Wayne glasses on.
But that was grandfathered in.
That was grandfathered in. Now we talk about Austin Theory. They did a slight adjustment with Austin Theory.
We did a reset.
We did a slight reset with Austin. But Austin was bound for greatness, my people.
That doesn't.
Hold up.
I agree.
Because my man Austin Theory was a Vince McMahon guy.
He's the future Jonathan Cena. So
he's the future Jonathan Cena, or his level of greatness will at least be Thugonomics John Cena.
Yeah,
and that's saying a lot. Because
Batista great.
Huh?
Batista.
But or Batista great. And I'll give those are levels of that's level because John Cena is a generational talent.
Yeah.
That's a different type of superstar.
But like Batista's
Yeah. So now that we look at the landscape, how many months has it been? 6?
Yeah.
So we can do a mid-year report card.
Okay.
Okay.
So I love Bailey.
Right.
You know I have a massive crush on Bailey.
Right.
I remember your friend from the other podcast. I remember he was trying to play my girl Bailey.
Who?
The one from Arizona. Cause he was trying to play Bailey, but Bailey fine to me.
To you.
She's good.
I think she's.
Got
I would date her.
Me too.
Like I would legit date Bailey.
Yeah, me too.
But anyways, so now we look back at people they brought up. Ain't nobody hitting B.
I mean, listen.
No, hold on. And then I'm still mad he brought Sarah Logan back.
My Spanish.
I hate the fact he brought Sarah
Alberto
Logan.
Del Rio Legado Fantasma.
What? No, hold up. That was NXT God.
Nah, but at times, and we've seen it, it doesn't always translate on the main roster.
Nah, but
so for him to get that win over Kofi, even though he lost to Rico Booty in that fucking World Cup
he's doing 6 months right now.
My man has been sprinkling.
But it's a 6 months period.
He's been sprinkling Legado de Fantasma since they've been on TV.
But Legado,
Don't do that.
Then I'll give Legado Legado literally is a generational talent.
Absolutely.
Like, that he's on a different level.
That's a different type of man.
Legado was supposed to be what people wanted Alberto Del Rio to be. But
and he's gonna surpass that.
In this 6 months that we've seen Triple H in charge, all he's done was steer the ship.
And
he kept it on cruise control.
Bad?
It isn't a bad thing.
Think about when you're flying and you're on autopilot. Is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing.
Because when that's on autopilot, it at least gives you the opportunity to kind of think and fix other things and to work around other things. Like look at getting back William Regal and him being in charge of getting talent from all over the world. The same role that Triple H had previous to him stepping up as head of creative is what William Regal's role is now. So like him getting back William Regal, you know, I just feel like I rather the steering of the ship for clarity than it being all over the place. Like if I can I wish I would have recorded our reaction to like just the seeds that they've been planning for the Hurt Business to return. It's been ridiculous.
So
the Triple H homage video package that they've been doing with fucking Cody Rhodes has been outrageously amazing.
Hold on, wait. Yeah. Why did disrespecting my man Cody Luther X like he wasn't part of that video package?
Yo.
Like my man Cody Luther X don't got the vision like Martin Luther King.
Let me tell you.
Bars.
But let me tell you, think back on when, and anyone is watching, watch the video packages they did with Triple H came back from the first quad to when he came back at the Garden in that biggest ovation that I wish I would too as a child. They're giving Cody the same build up to that return,
it's
and
Cody,
it's so dope. But these are the things that listen. I'll take the little sprinkles here and there, and I'll take the clarity
but this is
over
Cody's dream.
Just like
see what I did again,
like just turning everything upside down. Yeah, I am.
Overall, I see where you're coming from, but the biggest thing is I compare it to a sports team, right? The culture there before Triple H was in charge wasn't the greatest.
Okay.
Everybody was on pins and needles, right?
Supposedly.
Yes. So now when Triple H is coming in, you know, these 6 months have not been real smooth sailing. Every minute, Vince started leaking in, this, that, third. Morale goes down, morale goes up. Yo, Triple H, are you in charge? This, that, and third. Only thing that he could do is making sure that everybody has a good culture. Mm-hmm. He had dealt with the Manny Rose scandal, right? Yo, that was something he had to deal with, but then he did what he did.
Why the fuck did she go on Tara Mahal's show and talk about that whole situation?
Because black people love wrestling.
No, but it was just like
it was a daytime show.
It was just so random.
Yeah,
I just want us to accept the fact that black people like wrestling.
And
no, I agree.
So anybody who's listening, real quick,
was for me. It was just like, if would you really believe that Mandy Rose ever watch a Tamara Hall show?
So I don't believe like how to
hold on, wait.
Watch the Breakfast Club.
Wait. For people who are listening, recently, Mandy Rose went on Tara Mahal daytime talk show to talk about her release from WWE. I watched it because,
but no. Before you get into that point, let me finish my point. The point of the matter is just like like taking over a new team, like taking over a new GM coming in, it takes a while to change the culture. You got to put your guys in there. And just when he finally got the culture to the way that how I'm going in this direction, a bombshell come with Vince. You know what I'm saying? My wife is gone, so I got to deal with her. I got to deal with her. On the same exact time, everybody's on pins and needles backstage. At the same exact time, I got Royal Rumble coming up. Dang, son. At the same exact time, I got WrestleMania coming up. So the fact that how that his reign has not been to the most ideal person they want to be. He's facing so much behind closed doors that he's doing a great job in my eyes because people are still happy. Nobody needs to complain on social media, so that means that he's keeping a good morale and culture. Yeah, on screen may not be as you may want it to be. Fuck that. On a human aspect, everybody is having a good time. So that to me is a success.
Okay, Gandhi. But you are right. I can see that point of that being a good thing. But I'm talking about on screen. My boot cakes, Bailey.
Okay, so on screen, all right, take away Nets, give them, wipe it. Let's take away the politics. On screen, how you think Triple H is doing?
I'm giving him a B-.
Why?
I'll give him a B-. So
I can get with that, actually.
So
like, I know I love
it's not bad.
No, it's not.
I don't want to say that it's bad. And you guys are right. Is it that more easier to digest? Yes.
Way more.
One thing that I hated with Vince era was the super corny stuff. Like there was some things was like it was like pie in faces, like stuff that just like it was just outdated. Now, on screen, I still don't have nobody, and this may be talentful. There's nobody that's super hitting post Vince leaving. That wasn't part of that was super hitting before Vince.
Maybe Dom.
Y'all were hating on Dom before. I always liked Dom.
No, I like Dom.
Yeah, me too. But
I didn't do that.
Hey, Dom won us, and Dom won us the tag team championship.
Yeah.
So I'm forever going for Dom. Forever.
Always.
But no, that was part of Vince. Nope. Can't count Dom.
You can't.
But like
Judgment Day as entirety, yes.
Judgment Day, the rehashing of Judgment Day and making it what it is,
yes.
You can give that to Triple H.
Okay.
I like the fact that they're now going for the Raw tag team titles. Like,
I just want to point out. Let's just talk about Dom real quick. What Dom is doing is trolling the internet, and a lot of people are not noticing that. He's like, "Oh, y'all think I'm a joke? I'm gonna laugh with y'all now."
Yeah. Like he did the jail pose.
He did the jail pose.
My man had a teardrop.
He had a teardrop.
Y'all for this.
Then what made it funny when he was cutting the promo, he said, "Now I know how Martha Stewart felt."
yeah. So
what
is Dom is Takashi Dom's?
He is Takashi Dom. He's trolling the internet.
Yeah.
Dom is legit trolling the internet. Every clip I kept seeing, the way he was dressing, it's like certain people get it sometimes, where they understand that a lot of times I am the joke. I'm the butt of the joke. So let's use that to my advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Like Drake sometimes does that.
The 8 Mile effect.
Yeah, you become a meme. You become a joke.
Oh, I get that. The 8 Mile, I get that reference. I didn't think about that.
So you use that as an advantage. So his whole thing has been like the teardrop, like Janelle mentioned.
The teardrop
is
what got
hilarious.
Me. The fucking white, and it was always from. You know what it is in the Trips era. It's the little things. It's the little details that I think most of us would have never really realized, and now we're realizing it, and it adds that little level of like umphness that I think we've all been missing in wrestling. Like even down to the white background with Dominic's little thing, I was like, that was so brilliantly done. I was like, oh my God. And then like even a few weeks ago, it was like an interview with Candice LeRae, and fucking Nikki Cross was in the back stalking her low key. Yeah. Or even when Adam Pearce was talking to and Shelty in the back, and it was all these little backstage segment things that I think that was kind of like definitely Attitude Era-esque that they've been able to bring back in such a refreshing way, even down to the Bray Wyatt, the code, and the blinks on the TV screen with Alexa and all that. Like the little things I think now in WWE has been really what's been captivating everyone and like getting everybody on board. And that's what I mean by like this is such a great time in wrestling, because like a year ago things were not like this. You weren't excited about a return. You weren't excited about like who's gonna be at the Royal Rumble. How is WrestleMania gonna play out? What's gonna happen with the bloodline? Is Kevin Owens gonna win? Like this is probably in a year span probably the most excited wrestling fans have been, whether you watch WWE or not, because even when you hear about it, you're like, well, what's going on that side? What they doing over there? And you see a lot more people talking about it. But that's why we love what we love in terms of wrestling, because it has these valleys of ups and downs. And I think right now with WWE on the Trips era side is literally been just the sprinkles of like seeds and letting everything grow. So that's why I think for you, and I get it, it's like there hasn't been any definite superstar that's come out that's either been brought out or come back. But it's, I think, a lot more, you've recognized a lot more talent, I think, in this time span than you have in the last year.
I think he's letting people have more voices in the situation, because Vince is a control freak.
Yeah, it's a Virgo thing. I'm so sorry.
So I think that's probably what it is.
And he's bringing it back, something that the NBA is doing. He's putting the players first.
Exactly. It's not nobody. People can be bigger than WWE. But my biggest thing is I don't got beef with Shelton Benjamin.
Yes. So.
So I don't need Shelton Benjamin in our comments saying that, like, a whole bunch of really trying to troll me. Like, he trolled. That comment was a troll.
So
and now I got beef with Mia Yim.
Dang.
All right, so those that are watching on the live feed and those that will be listening and watching later when you do play this episode. So the boys have been really good at fucking cutting the clips of the most problematic things we probably have all said on the last few weeks of our show of 2022.
Bro, we were potting.
Like, literally.
We were potting. We were potting. It was good stuff. And my brother did a good job of cutting these clips.
Shout outs to Mrblacc, because literally the clips have been getting everyone, like, really revved up, talking about things. So, I mean, it's been great. And then we all have to defend ourselves and be like, listen to the whole episode and you'll understand what it is.
Listen, so I don't care if I was aggressive, Michael C. Moss Bostic. It was still love.
Sarah Wilkins, the clip that we're talking about was when we were talking about wrestlers that we hate, and I kept saying hate's a strong word, let's not use that, but whatever. So then he goes on and says, I hate Shelton Benjamin. So we were just like, what are you talking about? And then, it wasn't so much a hate. It was so much of a, like, I want it better for Shelton Benjamin type of situation. But the clip does not reflect that.
It does. You have to listen.
The clip, I literally explained myself on the clip.
It does, but you know how people, they hear what they want to hear.
Oh, shout out to the TikTokers.
So,
that'd be like,
TikTokers?
Yo, they listen to like 2 minutes of it. Oh my God, you so wrong. This, that, and third.
Oh,
like, this one with
and
like
shout outs to the guy that commented and talked about how because we don't have merchandise in our studio that we are not a legit podcast. Shout outs to you.
So we'll get to that in a second, because I'm about to go off.
You can't go off of Shelton. So okay,
not Shelton.
Okay, so
Yes.
rounding out the story. Yes. So
Yo,
to Vaughn's point.
I seen you in.
So to Vaughn's point, Shelton did see it.
See, he saw the clip.
Shelton commented. Shelton added the job, like he commented on the post. And I snapshot it. Became TMZ. It felt really good for 2.5 seconds. I snapshotted it because I wanted the boys to see it, because I was like, oh my God, Shelton Benjamin responded. And it was so funny and so reactive. And then I sent it to this one, and he tries to look at it. He goes, yo, I can't find it. I don't know if he blocked me. And I was just like, oh, that'd be a bit extreme if he blocked you. So let me go and check. And the bitch was gone. The comment was gone. So he deleted it. So
I'll read the comment.
I was just glad that I snapshot it.
Yeah. I bet.
So
he was like, yo, we just had you at Jobber Slam too.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
All right, read it.
Hold on, where is this thing? Where'd you send it?
Hold on. It's so funny. No, I have not yet. I was gonna save it to the end.
So, all right. So Shelton Benjamin, he goes, hates me? That's very unfortunate. I sincerely hopes that in the future, when Sir Wilkins, he added me, guys, wins his first WWE title and sets the pro wrestling world on fire with his superior promo and wrestling skills.
Wait, so
he saves himself the fate of hearing an uninformed kid who hasn't got a clue rant about hating him. You are forgiven, child. Yo, he trolled the shit out of me.
Simon Miller just entered the chat. What? Simon Miller has entered.
Yo, Simon don't know what to smoke.
Yo, listen, hold up. Simon Miller's in the chat right now.
If y'all think I'm lying, everybody tag everybody. Simon Miller is in the chat right now.
So Simon Miller complaining. I got way too much beef on this end.
Oh no, he said he's a fan. Okay,
just a fan of
false
Simon.
Alarm.
All right, he just false alarm.
False
but
alarm.
anyways,
But
I got way too many.
Fan.
But anyways, so when Shelton says that, I was like, damn, B.
Shelton trolled him.
He really trolled me. And I was like, yo, maybe I should respond. But I was like, he deleted it. I ain't trying to like be a clout chaser on that.
Okay, got you.
So, and I ain't trying to be a clout chaser on that. And then I wake up the next morning, me and Yim comments on the thing. It goes, bet. And I was like, you know what that means in the hood. We all know what bet means in the hood.
It's on site.
It's on site and borderline F you. That's basically what she said. So then I hit up Janelle. I was like, yo,
He said, I think I fucked up any chance of us getting picked up by WWE. I was just like, listen, bro. If we haven't already eliminated ourselves a year or two ago, I think we're fine.
Yeah. So I was like, we good. But I was like, damn, that fucking Battle Club's like thing.
No.
Because the thing is, every time we have stars at Battle Club stuff, you know how I am. They go, who are you? Because they be acting like they don't want to talk to me. And like, yo, hey, what's up? I'm going to give you dap and I'm going to walk away. Don't get me wrong. I've never met a rude superstar in my life.
Superstars, no. Wrestlers, yes.
I've like former WWE, like me, was never rude to me.
Never.
I've never met that. Never. But I'm going to act like I'm a superstar too. I ain't going to hold you. I act like I'm a superstar.
You a king?
I am a king.
You a god?
So when Mia Yim comes up, yo, what up?
Yeah.
But if The Rock were to come up, I'm a fanboy. Different story on that situation. But, so I felt a type of way of Shelton trolling me. I ain't going to hold you. I was up at night.
But he struck first. He said what he said first, guys. I just want everyone to know.
Said that the Plum Enemy got blocked by Jericho. Oh, y'all be saying some foul shit though, son.
Oh, Public Enemy. Shout out to the Public Enemy
podcast. Like, all right, man.
Nah, Public Enemy don't be saying. They just be saying funny shit.
It just be funny shit, yeah.
It be funny shit, but
they probably teach about his weight.
No, but the thing about it, like, Public Enemy's black humor and hip hop
really
humor.
We get it.
So if you don't get it, you don't get it.
And then you probably take offense to it.
You take offense to it.
But all right, I want to not play a little game, but I want to do something a little different. I want to do something called Nay or Yay. So I'm going to talk about, and this will help us get through some topics, and then we can get into This Week in Wrestling. We can get through some of the topics that has been going on probably for the past, 2 weeks since we have not been recording. We took a little break for the new year. So I'm going to give a topic. You guys are going to tell me nay or yay, and then you're going to just give me a little bit about why you go with that decision. So, Darby Allin, TNT champion.
Of course, that's my guy.
Nay or yay?
I love him more. Darby.
And those that are on the live feed, you can join into as well. You can let us know. Huh?
It was quick.
Well, talk about it.
Like, I don't know. I just expected like a more drawn out match because Samoa, like, you are defending your title. This is something that you defeat powerhouse or the big dudes. And now Darby Allin just do this to you. It was a good moment. It was great. But I felt that it should have been like more of a struggle because that's Darby Allin's character.
Got you. So you felt like it, and I agree to that point of it didn't show the adversity that that Darby normally goes through to win a title. So it was a little weird for that. But okay, nay or yay, Darby Allin as TNT champion.
I mean, it's TNT's. It's he should be the TNT champion because he's kind of one of the it's kind of his title. Him and Cody was like that's their title. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was Sammy, but Sammy.
Yeah.
I would give Sammy too. Sammy's on that
like
list.
that.
Yeah, you know what?
It's like how the Intercontinental title was like
the Prestige.
Was Razor Ramon's title? Was Mr. Perfect's title? Was Honky Tonk's title? It's like
the elite mid card title.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like yeah, but it's lost its steam, and I think it's because Cody's not there anymore.
Listen, it's a good question. Once again, if you have not given Mark Zuckerberg access, please put your name under your comment. To Josiah, shout out to Josiah out in the West Coast. To your point, I do agree that they buried the fuck out of Warlord for that, and I still don't understand that.
Oh.
If the point, if the end point was Darby, then the Warlord thing shouldn't really have never happened to begin with. But it is what it is. All right, next topic. Mercedes Moné debuts New Japan Pro Wrestling. Nay or yay?
It's good for them because of the American audience. Yeah, but it's kind of like prove our point. What we say about wrestling is just like when people stick to their brand, they stick to their brand. That's it. So when she came out, everybody was just like, "Oh, I don't know who this is," because I didn't know this. WWE is not filmed there. No, WWE is not broadcast there.
No, not in Japan.
No, I didn't know that. I was like, oh, so it's kind of like, oh, okay, but great move for her and great move for the company because they always wanted to expand in the U.S.
Okay, so Wilkins, nay or yay? Mercedes Moné.
It showed her drawing power, so it's a yay for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because the show that she's gonna be in is sold out.
Mm-hmm.
And they literally only advertised her match. So it's a yay, and I somebody had access on this on Twitter. Do you guys see her coming back to WWE?
I do.
People who said it too.
And I actually seen that question roll around the internet the past few days.
Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast.
Oh, shout out to Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast.
So they said, do you see a path which ends with Mercedes back in WWE?
Everybody always go back.
I say yeah on that point, yes, but I also think that for her, the New Japan run has been a dream of hers. It just so happened that WWE picked her up 10 years ago at the same time that New Japan was looking at her, and WWE picked her first. So I think with the New Japan run, it's a dream of hers. I think it's something that it's like a passion project in a sense, which is really good when you have different you have different things you can do, like different skills and things like that. So I do think her doing the New Japan thing is good for her, but I do think eventually she will come back and being the boss. But once again, and I'm not surprised by so much of the sellout is just because with them announcing just her match though, but they always for the most part sell out that LA show because they're never really here in the States. So it's like a hot commodity type of situation. So that's why those tickets go like water.
This is more. I'm more happy for her.
Right. It's more of a personal thing
than
for
anything
me.
because she has to do what she wants to do and make the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, enjoy life.
Yeah. And shout out to everyone that thought she was gonna show up on AEW. They was looking for her the other night, and I was like,
I don't know why people thought she was gonna show up on AEW.
I didn't either. I really didn't get it.
That was weird.
Like I was just like, what?
That's on y'all.
Right after old girl had picked Tony Storm as a partner, and niggas was still on some like, So Mercedes Moné. I was like, what?
Because she's a free agent, and then I think Britt Baker said some line that had boss.
Yeah, she said something boss. Like she kind of, but they all end up really doing that in any promo that they do.
Exactly.
Tamara, I don't. Once again, who knows?
Because the money is good. That's why more exposure.
Nay or yay, Jonathan Cena and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline.
It was great because it followed the plot.
Okay.
It wasn't a filler. It was a saga, and the Bloodline lost. So now the next saga is Sammy's hero journey.
Yo, when he was yelling at Sammy on Friday, I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God.
Now this is the part where Sammy got to fight his long friend, Kevin Owens.
Ah.
That is next week on
Dragon Ball
SmackDown.
Z. Next week on Dragon Ball Z. Nay or yay, the tag team match. That was
Bro, anything Bloodline touches is gold. This is the greatest, one of the greatest storylines in the past 5 years.
I can get with that. What else has been going on in wrestling?
It's been a continuous thing of constantly good storylines.
Sister girl, we are not gonna talk about his bowl spot because he out here about to have the he about to be the Hulk Hogan of the 21st century with that.
Well, they get Dark Caesar. That's it.
No, he gotta take
Yo,
that shit gotta come all the way.
You know what I learned?
What?
Only in New York we called our haircuts a Dark Caesar and Light Caesar.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, New York is not the real
Speaking
world.
about hair, I had got my hair done yesterday.
Obviously.
For the first time by a black man, and I was very excited about this experience. Like, I can't even tell y'all. Like, I fucking marked out for him. And he told me his whole life saga of how he started out in Akron, Ohio, and his auntie taught him how to do sew-ins and all type of shit. I was thoroughly, like, intrigued. So,
as fans, what's the best possible outcome for WWE this year?
You're gonna watch it anyway.
Right? The saga continues. The best come out. A actual superstar being created, an actual person that's gonna take that's gonna give us, because right now Roman's kind of like in that I'm gonna be soon enough, be in and out and pop, lock, and drop it. So I think for the year, I think the goal is to have somebody that's gonna be maybe an understudy to Roman, or an understudy to like a Seth or a Roman or a Drew McIntyre or Sheamus, like those understudies, like the next, like in your love language of the SmackDown, was it SmackDown 6? Mm-hmm. Something of that nature I think needs to happen this year in WWE.
Yeah.
Is that they need to establish an actual understudy for the next coming up.
The business side, they can't control.
Yeah, the business shit, we can't.
But as far as the day-to-day operation, the real bread and butter, honestly, yeah, create new superstar, because this generation right now we're going on is all up in the air. I'm not saying that people don't have potential. Bianca Belair is creeping up there, Montez Ford and stuff like that. But I also see that more rise of tag teams and stables.
Correct.
So I think we're going to see a sense of, you might see the Bloodline on a cartoon. You understand? You might see the New Day in a random rap video again. Wrestling for me, not WWE, wrestling for me is heading in the direction where it was when we was growing up. It was integrated within culture. So that's where I hope, not just the WWE, like I said earlier, but wrestling in general. That's why I wanted to.
Okay, what about you, Sir Wilkins? The next year for WWE?
We need to see new talent and really good talent that can actually hold their own on the mic, can actually wrestle.
Just a good overall.
Just another person that could take the reins, because it's we live longer now, and our bodies are a lot healthier, so we can do more and live longer. But a lot of people are about to step away.
Yeah.
A lot of people about to step away, like you mentioned Roman, for instance. And so we need to build up these new
Sheamus has
superstars.
been talking about it. Because and that's why like I try to really not pressure, but I really highly suggest people watching NXT, because that next level is in that bunch. So you have the Carmelo Hayes, you have the Braun Breaker, you have the Grayson Waller, you have the Don, D'Angelo. You have so many guys. You have even the Vaughn Wagner. Like, you have so many guys and girls that's on that NXT brand that once they, some of them really are probably on that, like, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, so that you may see them surprises in the Rumble. You may see them at Mania. I'm excited to see, what NXT does actually in the next year, now that they're doing their pay-per-views back on the road. So now that's a different atmosphere and adventure for them, and a different showcase for them. And they just, signed Dragon Lee. So, like, those type of things, I think, should work simultaneously for yo, you know what's so funny? I had said somebody had mentioned Eddie the other day at my job. They were watching some old shit, and I said, how funny would it be if Eddie was still alive and all this shit with Dom was going on, and, like, he would really be like, this is my papa. Like, could you imagine?
That would be fire.
Could you imagine, like, if Eddie was, like, really still, like, here with us and, like, could be able to be a part of that storyline and it really become full circle type of situation?
That's my essay.
And then ride him out to WrestleMania, like, shit, like, that's what I'm saying. The little things like that, I think, are really what, makes wrestling so great. But all right, what else is going on this week in wrestling? Once again, woo, talk about actually, that's a nay or yay. FTR deciding to sit out essentially the remaining of their contract to kind of figure out what their next steps are. What are your thoughts?
It's all about the human aspect. And like he said, they're getting older. They made the money. Think about it. They made millions off of wrestling. At this point, there's nothing left to prove.
You know what's crazy? And this is like a life thing, especially for wrestlers, when you become financially stable, you can really do what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, you don't have to. There's no stress like that.
Like, and I think that's the main reason why we see Ric Flair having all these matches, because he broke.
Yo, we're going to get into, did y'all watch the documentary?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it yet.
Fuck. Okay. We're going to talk about it a little bit. I still want you to watch it. And but go ahead, finish what you were saying.
So it's the fact that they have that choice to be with their family, because I think he said he's like 38 right now.
Yeah, he has a daughter. He wants to be able to play with her, and he can't.
He's all beat up, and then his podcast is doing well. He can still do autograph signings, and once in a while do the an indie thing. But even he said, I don't even
want to do indie. Well,
he said I don't want to do indie work, but
that's because he's not gonna make the money he wants on the indies. So that's just like, that's like when
I think they'll go back to WWE.
That I low-key think that, but
take a big contract, do about 2 or 3 years.
Because when he said April, I was like, damn. What if these niggas pop up at Mania? Like, those are the type of things you start to think about.
Or pop up the day after Mania.
Oh, the Raw after. Yeah. So these are the things you start speculating and think about it. But you didn't see the Ric Flair thing, but it really was very similar to the 30 for 30.
Drugs, alcohol,
I felt like the 30 for 30 was a little more sadder than the documentary that just is on Peacock right now.
I watch both of them. Watch the Peacock one.
But the Peacock one, I thought it was very well done. And
you learned anything new?
He was adopted, and that's not his real name.
No, so the new thing was that he has a brother that he found out 3 months ago and don't want nothing to do with him. A biological brother.
He doesn't want nothing to do with Flair, or
Flair does it because he's such in a bubble, in a sense of, like, I still don't know this person. Like, I don't know if this person's real, even though they did take the DNA test and it is real. I don't know if this person wants that relationship because they want to or because of who I am. So he'd rather not even deal with it versus try to figure that out. But that's more or less the demons of Ric Flair than anything. But yeah, that was the newest thing. Like, he found out that he had a biological brother.
Yep, and like the one thing I found out
shit is wild.
He was sold as a baby.
Black market baby. He was a black market baby.
Didn't they say that in
I think they mentioned it in the 30 for 30.
The ESPN
but
one.
I don't know. For some reason, it hit a little different with on the Peacock documentary, because I think they talked a little bit more about the actual, like, news clip and the scandal. Like, yeah, they might have mentioned it in the 30 for 30, but I felt like they gave a more information into that whole situation, because that was like on the news and it was like a big thing, and he was a part of that. So
Flair needs therapy.
yeah, and but he's at the point where he not about that life.
Well, I think most wrestlers from
that like
from
60s,
the
70s.
yeah, no, I'm talking about even the
Even
early
maybe
2000s. Ruthless aggression wrestlers, especially attitude wrestlers, and before, most of them need therapy.
PG era.
PG era, I think a lot of wrestlers need therapy because when you think about it, right?
Just in general.
Huh?
Just in general.
Yeah, they just need therapy because when you think about it, so let's think about it. I'm a professional wrestler, right? My entire life, I've been working up to this dream of becoming to being on TV, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm by myself a lot. Yes, once in a while I'll ride with my friends. I'm not with my family. So I remember I went on this trip when I went on the trip to Italy, right? Mm-hmm. I'm by myself. I had the time of my life. I'm enjoying it. Then there came to a point I was like, I need to go home. Because I had just landed in Germany and I was about to extend my trip. And I was like, this is the second hotel I've been in. I need to go home. And a lot of times, because I know the schedule nowadays is a little different from back in the day, but you're not home a lot.
No.
We have friends who work in WWE. We have friends who work in AEW. It's hard because home is home. Now let's say you don't have a family. You're a single guy. You dealing with chicks all the time. You don't know who really cares about you, who really actually loves you.
It's not the same.
You have drugs, alcohol, all of this.
And sex.
All the different vices.
And
you don't have an outlet.
And really, that's just a piece of the puzzle because you're always worried somebody's going to take your spot.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I think
or
all
like
these...
you get injured and
somebody takes your spot. Mm-hmm. Like, and we forget how human... We've been talking about the human side of the business, but these guys and women need therapy. Even the independent wrestlers. Because I think it's even harder
really,
on them.
Especially on them because they don't really have the consistency. They don't have, like, it. That's more of a turbulent journey, I think, than actually being on a contract.
Yeah. Money is not always right.
That shit,
even contract wrestlers still struggling, depending on what profession you in.
Yeah. So these wrestlers, when it comes to independent wrestlers that are signed that are on TV consistently, the ups and downs of that career, because you are like a rock star, they need to be in therapy. And the Ric Flair doc that I saw on 30 for 30, and even this one that you guys are talking about, these people need therapy.
Yeah.
Ric Flair needs therapy.
Yeah, no, and I felt like with this one too, they talked a little bit more about, and I think that's what made it a little. It did this to the heart when they talked a little bit more about when the son passed. And that evening into that, I don't feel like 30 for 30 really hit on it. Like, I think it went straight into, like, the 911 call, which they did play in this one, too. But it talks a little bit more what they did that night before and how that played out and how he really felt about that and stuff like that. I think it was a good refresher on the things, like, if you haven't seen the 30 for 30. But I live for good documentaries. And speaking about documentaries.
But I want to touch on that real quick. And then you said the death. Let's think about how many wrestlers have seen people get brutally injured. They've seen people die who have been close to them. Like, for instance, Eddie Guerrero.
Funeral.
Yeah, because Benoit was never the same.
Nobody gave Benoit any help. Finding out about what Benoit did.
Look at people still alive who knew it. Like, look at Jericho have to deal with that.
Yeah. Jericho was close to Benoit and Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
D. Malenko.
Perry Saturn.
You worry about Perry. Rey Mysterio. Like, there's so many things. And you mentioned death. Like, they see that. Or your best friend is injured for the year. Now you're by yourself on the road.
So, I kind of have sympathy for Vince McMahon because imagine all these people that you employed over the years, right? Not just on a death aspect, on the fact that they got addicted to drugs because of the money.
Yeah, look
Or
at how he felt about Sean, how he felt about
all
Kurt.
all these people, like
Even
people
the
like
little beef he had with Austin.
right. Like people may say when they say about Vince, he didn't have to create like the drug rehab program for wrestlers that we even worked there,
and
open
even
to everybody.
wrestlers that weren't even active.
Right.
Like when they got Scott Hall the treatment, when they had helped Jake the Snake, when it's so many times, that I mean, of course, because we think of WWE as this conglomerate and it's, almost like the bad guy type of situation half the time. But they really do make an effort to really help those that have been with the company, that are still with the company, and things like that. Because look what happened with Jeff Hardy. They offered him the rehab,
He said no,
and he said no.
And the thing about it is, yes,
Gene mentioned something, not to mention Brett, still hurt from Owen and bitter of Goldberg.
Woo, that man will never get over
therapy.
William.
But
Brett needs mad therapy.
yes, even though that WWE, they do what they do, but at the end of the day, though, son, they make sure that you are good with your pockets.
Yeah.
They try.
They tried that. Out of everything,
I'd rather a good
they will
try
take
than
away,
a hard no.
They will take away that being financially burdened was one of the biggest stresses you ever have. At least they do that. Hey, you think to drugs, alcohol, we put you in this program. And the good thing about it is they do have these things where, like, they put you around other people, though.
Mike Kanellis got that.
Yeah.
Mike
And
Kanellis
they paid
had
for that.
gotten that. So it's a
yeah,
lot.
it's a
It's
lot.
a lot on the mental strain, and it's like even with the whole thing of not knowing what the company is gonna do.
And don't forget about fans. Imagine,
Fans, like I've always said, it's soccer fans, wrestling fans, and Philadelphia fans are the three worst fans in the world.
Actually,
Imagine,
Cowboys
like,
probably tied with
yo,
the Philly fans.
Imagine like you working hard all your life, whatever, right? And then you do one off move, and then for that moment on, you forever whack. Or you had one sex tape that been leaked out, not because of you, because of that person, and then you get villainized forever. Or as a black woman, you made a decision because you choose that, hey, my worth is not value here. I'm gonna go somewhere else. You get trashed.
It's the world, sadly, that we live in. But as I was saying with other documentaries, A&E's biography is coming back. I believe it's the second weekend of February. And they're gonna have
The Nation?
they got episodes. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up because I know they're gonna have one with Iron Sheik. They're gonna have one with China in it. They're doing a China one. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick so that y'all.
That Vice one kind of made me like, all right, man, I don't want to know what's China.
No, that was Vice though. Like Vice is gonna be more of the scandal biography. WWE. Okay, yeah. Let me see. Episode.
Shout out to Battle Club Pro.
Oh, of course. Oh, those that are still interested in buying tickets, we are sold out of front row.
What?
So general admission is still remaining. We do want everyone to attend, so make sure to come out and
Link
support.
in the description below.
Okay, cool. And it bringing back rivalries too. So yeah, so biography WWE Legends will return on February 19th at 8 p.m. followed by Rivals at 10 p.m. The two shows will continue to air back to back on Sundays going forward. So this season, the season premiere will explore the infamous stable of the NWO. And then the episodes, but this is just the different. The other episodes is going to be Jake the Snake Roberts, China, Dusty Rhodes, Kane, and Iron Sheik, among others.
I'm gonna watch Dusty Rhodes and Kane.
And then on the rival side, the season's gonna begin with Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. Continue with Stone Cold versus Bret Hart. Undertaker versus Mankind. Rock versus Cena. Triple H versus Batista. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, and Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Shawn Michaels.
Yo, why did you do Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker one?
I don't know. I don't feel like that was so much of a rivalry.
That is.
I don't know.
Dogs.
I
You ended
don't
my
take it as a rivalry.
I went to UFC
He
and talk
ended
trash.
the streak, but it wasn't so much of a.
Boy.
They didn't even go back and forth after that. versus how he's rivaled with Roman. It's
still a
very
rivalry. It may not be one of.
I mean, yes, it's still. I mean, granted, yes, but it's not one of those like I would like if we were talking about Brock Lesnar as rivals. Taker would not be the first thing that pops in my mind. Roman would probably pop in my mind first. John Cena would pop in my mind first.
He's still
before.
by his Rose Gallery, just
but
like
listen, these are the rivals that they pick.
Like Undertaker, like it's like
if you want to talk about rivalries, we can always talk about rivalries.
It's like Batman and Bane. All right, Undertaker's Batman and Brock was his Bane.
I guess it's not one of the rivalries that they will be discussing this season. So stay tuned for more seasons on Rivals. All right,
thank you. That rivalry date back to 20.
Yeah, when he beat him, and he was young, Brocky. Yeah,
shout out to my son Gene. Yo, happy birthday to Gene. He turned 75 today.
First of all, it's not his birthday. Stop spreading propaganda. But we wish you all the health and prosperity this year.
Shout out to Miss Patricia. It was her birthday not too long ago. Happy birthday, Queen.
Happy belated to those wrestling girls. One half of those wrestling girls, Patricia. All right, this week in wrestling. So Friday Night SmackDown kicked off with Roman.
His heel.
Hit roll. They fucked up Rico Booty. I was like, God damn.
What
I don't like though is that it always feels like Braun Strowman has to come and save him, and it's just like.
Because they're trying to make Top Dollar versus Hit Row. It's Top Dollar versus Braun Strowman.
Can Rico Booty fight his own battles?
Yo, can I ask you guys a question?
Come on now.
What? Why do Top Dollar dress like an indie talent that don't have no bread?
Because he has no style.
To be honest, he wears stuff, because I think he's in that weird transitional phase because he has lost a bit of weight. So it feels like that, like, I don't know if I want to wear a singlet or wear shorts or
No,
wear.
it's not the singlet. It's not. That's not my issue. It's the
I
patterns
feel like it's
he put
baggy.
on there.
Oh, it's that money shit that they talk about.
It looks disgusting. It don't look good. It never did.
He can't dress. I've said this
Yo,
since
he
the
think
beginning.
that's fly.
Huh?
He cannot dress. I've told you this from the beginning.
Oh, someone said that he got his bread on his clothes. I like that.
Oh, shit. I'm
He
sleep.
can't dress, and we understand he can't dress. That's just what it is.
So when he turns heel, he gonna have the dollar signs on his suits and stuff like that.
Yo,
Probably.
to be honest, if they became heel, they probably should wear suits.
Yes.
That
'Cause
actually
they
would
probably,
be dope.
They probably dress better, but he probably
That
still
actually
fuck
be
it up.
fucking dope. That'd
He
be
probably
sexy,
still look
actually.
horrible.
Whoa.
Yo, it's not. You know what it is?
Yo, no, because you're so tickled by what he said because you don't even know how to respond to what
Because
he said.
you know what it is?
Because
It's not his wrestling
went too
skill,
far.
but his outfit just take me out of it,
Because
B.
he can't. He's a bum when it comes to dressing.
Like,
Oh,
but
Lord.
I expect that if I go to any
Wait,
show,
so who's the bummiest dresser?
Top Dollar?
Top Dollar.
Okay, who's the second bummiest?
Top Dollar.
No, okay, now you're OD. Who's the third?
Top Dollar.
I hate you both. Who's
Asante.
the fourth? That nigga. Who
I'll
else?
I'll give you a bunch.
Yeah.
I'll give you
what?
a bunch.
You know what?
Worst dressers in wrestling,
Yes.
including gear.
Okay.
Number 1, Top Dollar.
Okay.
Number 2, Asante. Number 3,
Shouldn't that be one together?
Number 3, Sarah Logan. She a bum, son. I've seen her outside of clothes. Bum. Like, just a bum ass. I can't stand her, too, either.
Yo, so when Corbin dressed it up like a bum, I actually was fucking with it. Like, that shit was hard.
Corbin could dress.
Nah,
That
Corbin can't dress now. Corbin can't dress. Him and JBL. I don't know
I
what
fucking
that.
love JBL.
I don't know what that
okay.
outfit he wore. JBL's wearing these oversized suits. You were not in 1995.
Well, that's 'cause
He's
he
number
not-
5.
It's because JBL. No, fuck that. It's because JBL know he not about to buy no new suit, tailored suit. He not about to be on the road all the time.
Boy,
Why I'm
boy.
investing in
JBL's
that?
number
When
5.
I own an island, why would I invest in them
So,
suits like that? I'ma just wear my shit from the Steve Harvey collection.
I got 10. I got 10.
Oh God.
So number 1.
He's been
Number
sitting
1.
on this.
We gonna
He's
do
been
this.
waiting for me to ask him
No,
this.
worst dressed wrestlers in wrestling. Number 1, Top Dollar. Number 2, Asante. Why y'all laughing?
Because you always start from number 1.
Yeah.
Like,
Go ahead.
it's
go ahead.
obnoxious.
Go ahead.
Because what? Number 1. He's gonna do.
Number 3 on the list, Corbin.
Okay.
No, you said
can't-
Sarah Logan. Don't do that.
Number 3 is Corbin. Number 4, Sarah Logan's bum ass. I don't know why she's on my television every week. I hate
Who's
her
next?
being on
next?
television.
That's what I said, Gene. So he don't know what to wear.
Number 5 is this guy from. Hold on, what's his name again?
From
where? From Jericho's squad.
Oh, which one? Nigga, don't even get me started on how the fuck. How the fuck did they wear black pants to rip off to still have on black pants?
What's his name?
Why the fuck did they do that?
The tall one.
Oh,
I forgot
Jake
his name.
Hager?
Jack Hager. Jack Hager cannot dress. He never could dress. I remember he tried to wear these boat shoes with the polo.
Yo.
Bum. He a bum.
Yo, the transition of clothes that he's been on the AEW
bum.
has been
And he's
really
doing it on
wild.
purpose. He's still a bum.
Who's next?
I'm going back to 5 again. So we're gonna redo this. Top dollar. Ashanti. Sarah Logan. Baron Corbin.
Baby.
Jack Hager. Number 6 on the list. These some bum ass motherfuckers.
Okay.
Low-key Daniel Garcia. He can't dress.
He basic as fuck.
Okay,
Daniel Garcia can't dress.
Okay. Daniel Garcia, what else?
Daniel Garcia can't dress. Who else? What's his name? Oh, and nobody's ever gonna say this because CM Punk can't dress either.
Yeah, he can't dress.
CM Punk can't dress.
Listen, if Phil's not in a tracksuit, it's a dove.
Phil doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
If he don't wanna.
Now, who else? Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy can't dress.
Oh God.
Jungle Boy definitely cannot dress.
Who else?
And that's all I got right now on the list. Any females? Wow. Oh. Half of the women's locker room at AEW. Half of that. Nah. Let's keep it a buck. Beautiful women.
All the money.
Beautiful women.
All the money for like.
None of them. Half of them can't dress.
Whatever was put into the production budget this year.
Half of them can't dress.
All right, man.
All that money that they making and that production team behind the scenes cannot put these chicks in nice clothing.
Okay, can I say something?
Unless it's like one
They
of the
look like they rolled out of bed.
Unless it's like
something?
a top notch pay-per-view or like a show, because like last night the girls did have on really good makeup. I will give them that, and they did look like tag teams because their gear was resembling of each other. So
I blame AEW on that.
But
why?
Everybody
their glam
else,
squad is trash.
They pick and choose when they want to use the glam squad though, like that.
No,
You're not gonna get.
There's no excuse.
You're not gonna get top notch Jade on a regular ass Rampage.
No,
you ain't gonna get
but
that.
But the thing about she still looks good.
Exactly.
The baddies always look good.
Because of the baddies.
But half of that women's locker room comes out in the middle of that ring in regular street clothes like they're going to shop at Target.
Whoa.
Target, Walmart, CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens. These women come out, look like they just rolled out of bed. You are on national TV. Get your shit together. I'm talking about Top Dollar, Asante. I'm talking about Baron Corbin, bum-ass Sarah Logan. Why is she barefoot and bummy on my fucking TV? The bottom of her feet are black. That shit nasty.
But that's how it's supposed to be.
This shit nasty.
It gotta feel real.
But
so
no.
It doesn't. Does she not look like she came out of the forest with no shoes on?
Because
does she not look like she just came out of the forest?
Come on, son.
Whoa. So why'd you get on Riddle about that?
Riddle's feet was never black. Riddle never had dirty feet.
Actually,
Sokoa never had dirty feet.
Yo, but actually with Riddle, he always had flip-flops on until he came in the ring and flipped them off.
Sokoa never had dirty feet.
And he always tapes his heels. So he always makes sure the top half is good.
Sarah's just dirty.
But it's supposed to be like that.
Huh? You saw her feet?
Yes, they be on TV.
It's supposed to be like
her
that.
feet be dirty.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God.
All right, whatever. What other things this week in wrestling caught your eye that you want to talk about
Why
real
is
quick?
she on TV?
Because her husband and them is on TV. What do
Yo,
you want?
there are so many
That's a
women
two-check household.
that can get a check.
That's a two-check household.
And they give it to Sarah Logan?
So
that's two-check household.
Can we finally accept the factor on air that we will probably never work for WWE and AEW?
Nah, they don't like us.
Yeah, no.
So like we finally accept that, right?
I mean, I low-key accepted that 2 years ago, so.
I kind of low-key accepted that,
I
too.
mean, I would love any opportunity, of course.
Right.
Because that's just what you want growth, you want progress.
Right.
But, I mean, we are
I
who
just
we
talked
are.
about Sarah Logan's feet.
He just.
Ain't no way they gonna sign me. Or sign you, sign her.
I didn't
because
say
my
nothing about her
association.
feet. Listen,
Shout out to Impact,
what I said
MLW,
is that
you know,
the
shout out to
feet
those
represent the gimmick. So she's supposed to give me Forrest
Boy.
in the
Boy.
mud coming
Boy.
out
Nope.
the coming out the
We're not
Yeah.
going to do this.
But that's what
You're
that
not gonna
is.
do this. You're not going to defend Sarah Logan. I've been waiting for my time to come. Amber Moon, you joke
Trash.
on that woman's hair
yeah.
every
Trash.
time you scream.
Yeah.
I said, hey, Janelle,
That wasn't-
because like she's a wild animal.
She wasn't supposed to. No, fuck that. She wasn't supposed to come out. No.
He said it's my time.
No.
He said
She's
it's my time.
she's not supposed to come out being one of the only black women on TV. You're not supposed to come out looking like you
Her
came out of the
gimmick
bed.
was a wild animal.
She didn't have a gimmick at all. And she still
Boy.
doesn't.
No,
Even
no,
her
she
being,
did.
she
She
didn't have
did.
no fucking
She
gimmick.
did.
She was
That
moving.
bitch,
She
that
did.
bitch confused. She want to
She
have
did.
wings one day and then
We're
have
not talking
bows
about
and
AEW.
arrows.
We're not talking about AEW.
I'm talking about WWE.
run. You
I'm
never
talking
gave
about
me no
WWE.
slack.
On
No, it doesn't
NXT,
matter.
she came
This,
out
that,
with
third.
fucking wings one time. No, fuck that. I'm
You
not.
You
what
defended Sarah
what
Logan
I'm
for her
not gonna
gimmick.
do-
She looks worse.
But that's
Amber
the
Moon
gimmick.
was the same thing. She was a wild beast.
First of
Sarah
all-
Logan looks like she smells B.
Now you taking it too far.
But she does. No disrespect to her mans. Maybe this, but I don't know why she's on my TV. But I got quiet. Why I get quiet for?
Because you still on her feet. No, first of all, you talked about her body odor, and I was just like, oh, that's where I tap out. Like, I don't know nothing about that.
Whatever, guys.
You know I'm
Fuck
clipping
that.
this, right? You know I'm clipping this, right?
Yeah, we know you are, because that's what your ass like to do.
I'll be on my iPad like this.
This is going to be funny. This is a good one.
I don't be saying that.
And then he sent it to me, and he goes, "So I'm gonna put this one up." I was like, "She's trying to get me tried." He's like, "We potted." And then he posted it.
All right, what else this week in wrestling real quick?
Oh my gosh.
I like the trios match.
So I
I've
didn't,
accepted that's just Dragon Ball Z.
what I didn't like was the whole, and it's once again, it's a tacticality thing for me because it's the small things. Why the fuck would you put up all 3 belts but only say only one needs to be taken down? Like, that fucked me up. It was
But
like,
it's a team.
what's the point? But in any regular ass ladder match.
WWE, all those time Edge just took one of the
No,
belts.
he took both.
Boy,
He took one in the bell ring. He took the other one.
Yo,
That
I
nigga only took
hate
one belt.
No,
boy.
this was
One
the most
belt.
overly critical, minute detail of our
I was sitting
time.
there like, yo, Omega just went through all that shit, did all that moves, got up there, the struggle, the mountaintop, and only took one of them fucking shits. And
It's a
commentary,
team
yo,
thing.
and commentary waited until he was at that very top to say he only needs one, and I was just like, what? He can't. What? What about all 3?
Boy, so you say
Like,
this.
you tell
So
me
you
he can't
say
take all
this.
3?
So you say this.
What the
You
fuck?
gotta grab one, right? And then if like Penta got the other one, they're gonna be a trios now.
Yo, they gotta restart the match. Fuck that.
God.
Gotta restart it.
What?
Oh wait, Josiah.
No!
Josiah, were you there?
No.
Were you there? Yeah, no, we all knew, and I think that was another reason why I was so like, really? Because we all knew that once they said the best of 7, I already knew the Bucks and them was gonna
You
win
see,
anyway.
man,
So
that
that's
is
okay.
nitpicking, B.
Yo, Josiah,
You was
wildin',
there,
bro.
and you felt
wildin'.
the same way. Okay, I'm not
wildin'.
tripping. I'm not
It's
tripping.
a team game. As
I'm
long
not
as one
tripping.
person grabs the
I ain't
belt.
tripping. All right, cool. But Josiah, since you were there, can you put in the comments what were some of your highs and lows being there at the Kia Forum? Would love to hear it. What else?
That ain't nitpicking.
What did you think of the John Moxley shit had me? I was very concerned for him at the end. I was like, what the fuck going on with him?
I love Adam Cole being back.
But I thought Adam Cole giving us the half Adam Copeland speech versus not the Adam Copeland speech. I liked it. It was very dramatic, but I definitely think AEW needs Adam Cole back right now, especially with everything that
Adam
has
Cole
happened.
needs to be that champion.
I don't know how y'all gonna feel. I really wasn't sold on giving MJF 15 minutes to just talk in the middle of the ring and talk shit about this Asian dude that I still have no idea about, but I'm learning about.
So
I didn't really. That didn't really hit for me.
I want to say this. And people on the internet, take this the way that you want to take this.
I think that we're on the same page on this.
Yeah, okay. I
I
wasn't
think
sure.
all three of us might be on the same page.
I wasn't sure because I was like,
MJ's title run
Whew.
is exposing MJF.
Yep.
Once again,
Yep.
MJF's title run is exposing MJF.
Yep.
And when I say that, all you are seeing MJF's flaws. You are seeing that just maybe his promo skills ain't that great. Just maybe he is not where he needs to be to carry a company. And I'm not going to say his wrestling skills are bad because he is a very quality wrestler.
I don't,
but
yeah.
this 1 hour match with Bryan Danielson can make or break MJF. Because right now, what we're seeing right now is the chinks in his armor.
Gene said, which one's worse, MJF or Hangman? MJF.
MJF.
Yeah.
MJF, as of right now, it's still early.
Because at least with Hangman, I think in the beginning, everybody was tuned in and everybody rode that wave with him through that journey because everyone had been waiting from when he was supposed to win the title kind of the year before. So I think that build up, and I mean, it's the same kind of like feeling and emotion with MJF in that sense. But it's like with MJF, it's like I want to be on board. I want to be able to be, behind Maxwell. But and I get the point, I get half of the point of you coming in and kind of giving, I guess, that rub to the Japanese guy. But I felt like it didn't do that. Like, I felt like it took away from the guy. It took away from the match that he was supposed to be having with Daniel Bryan. And then it ultimately made that match feel like it was 30 fucking minutes. But it was because MJF talked for 15 of those 30 fucking minutes.
The thing about him is he's trying to be like The Rock.
He's trying to be funny and be kind of charismatic, but it comes off not in that way, and it doesn't, I think, accomplish what he wants it to, because it's just like...
Well, let's ask Josiah.
I don't know.
So, Josiah, can you respond to us? How was it when MJF had that segment? How was it live?
Yeah, because it didn't connect for me. And then when Daniel Bryan came out and then he ran all the way up to the front, it was just like, what? He had to really go and stand outside during that whole promo. Yeah, they made him stand outside the ring. It was crazy. It's wild.
So let me say this. So do you understand why Tony Khan didn't want to give him that money?
So I think that shit was all a play.
Play for what?
I think it was all a play, like, to us as fans.
I think so too.
I think that whole situation was always gonna happen. I think he was always gonna give, and I think Tony saw the power in MJF's mouth in that time where he was just like, oh shit, because you know what, really MJF owes Tony Khan 5 minutes for how he talked to him on that national TV and then walked off and was off TV for like 3-4 months. Like, he owed him about 5 minutes, low key. But that's the same thing. He lets him run, he lets him rip, and I just think that this week's promo didn't do anything for the whole now putting Daniel Bryan through the gauntlet thing. That same thing he did with Jericho, or who was it that it was Orange Cassidy? Who did the gauntlet thing to get the match with
Cody?
No, it was Jericho.
I feel like it was Jericho.
It was Jericho. Remember Jericho fought homeboy from Deathmatch dude? What's his name?
Nick Gage.
Oh,
Nick
no. And then he fought Hooven too. So yeah, it was Jericho.
Yeah, MJF
So,
put Cody through the gauntlet.
So now he's putting Daniel Bryan through it,
That's his thing. That's his thing.
It's the thing to keep him off
The power
TV.
of MJF mouth is wild. Yeah,
But the thing about it is just like,
he did it with Cody and Jericho.
Oh,
that's why I said like,
you were right.
Who do you
like,
face with Cody?
Honestly,
It's weird.
His gimmick hasn't evolved.
It's been very at a standstill.
Because think about it. We all know where he got it from. Darius Carter. You can see excellent wrestling. Darius Carter. Encore. So working. Simon Miller. Next week, Saturday, the 21st. Ticket description below. It's Battle Club. Welcome to New York. So, he has not evolved his gimmick. Think about it. The originator has evolved the gimmick, but the copycat hasn't.
bars.
Because it got no soul.
It don't have no sazon.
Really? Think about it. He hasn't evolved the gimmick. He still do the same exact, like same exact college jokes, edgy stuff. Like he gonna interview the same exact way. MJF has not evolved since he came to AEW at all. You may get on Hangman. Hangman evolved. Even though that my brother voted him worst dresser, Jungle Boy's evolved. Darby Allin has evolved.
They quick to put Jungle Boy in a tag team. It'd be the funniest thing.
So you may talk trash, but
Gene said he doesn't have a follow-up album.
He doesn't.
Very interesting.
Sophomore slump.
So we'll see, because once again, the build-up is to going to Revolution, which is going to be that first weekend of March out in San Francisco for AEW. On the WWE side of things, the boys will be back at Legends. What is that, the 28th? I was like, when am I flying? So the boys, once again, it'll be almost 11 years in the making. Royal Rumble viewing party, so make sure to RSVP for that. Who do you guys feel right now? Because the Rumble is coming. I'm excited. Anyone that's gonna be in San Antonio for Royal Rumble, hit me up. Let me know. I'll be out there. But right now, if Royal Rumble was tomorrow night, who do you think would win the Royal Rumble?
Cody. And on the women's side, it might be somebody you might least expect it. It might be Raquel.
Okay. So wait, because if Royal Rumble was tomorrow,
Cody Luther X first.
Luther X.
First things first is Cody is coming back and winning the Rumble.
Correct.
With Dashiki on.
Adrenaline.
And Dr. Umar walking him out.
Ooh.
Imagine Cody comes out for the Rumble and Dr. Umar is walking him out.
You know what Cody has to do now? Cody got to get a choir to sing him out.
Gotta be a black choir, though.
Yeah, it gotta be all black choir. Like
Umar
the Compton Baptist Church.
The black is the black
choir singing out Adrenaline in my soul.
Choir director gotta have diabetes, like one eye too and everything.
You gotta make really good potato salad.
Or like have the auntie arms. Or the feminine, like the extra feminine one, but like the church thing, like no, he's gay, but they don't say nothing.
Like I'm talking about tambourines and everything.
Yes.
Everybody in the stadium with their hands up praising.
Adrenaline.
In my soul. Hold the door.
Just profusely, just sweating.
Yo, but then here's the kicker though. Then they get baby Liberty and they pull it up like Simba. Like how Lion King. Yo.
She did say racism. She did. Yo, Cody was wild at AEW, B. This nigga almost died, B, for AEW, B.
Yo, he really tried. Yo, you right. He almost died for AEW.
He was on the cross for his sins.
Son, no wonder why he left, B.
Damn.
But that's what Eric Bischoff said. Eric Bischoff said he thinks it was a creative thing.
Yeah.
No, but that's right. He really did die for his sins.
Yeah, he was on the cross.
Yo, he sacrificed
and then he came back at WWE.
Yeah. And then
for
sacrificed it. But
where his father was.
But then
like Jesus.
But sacrificed again with the torn pec and still wrestled.
Ooh, he rose again like 3 days like Jesus.
And then when they had the surgery, this is why the video package is helping. The video package then tells you when he finished the surgery, the doctor then said that the actual injury was not as extensive as they thought it was. Woo.
But the one thing they missing about these promo package, they don't have a Creed song. Do-do-do, my sacrifice. Hello, my friend, we meet again. It's been a while. Whoop.
I think I'm listening to Cody today when I go back to work.
Dang, son.
What do we feel about the little sprinkles of the potential of the Hurt Business coming back? What do we feel about it?
I just need Omos to be part of Hurt
Business. Yo, facts. Because I was like, Omos hasn't been around, but I feel like he's going to be the cherry on top when these niggas form. So I'm excited about
it.
MVP been talking.
It's Cody Luther Christ. Ooh, Josiah. Ooh. Remember that. Remember the name.
Cody Christ. Oh, well, Cody Christ is actually way better.
Cody Christ.
CC.
Cody Christ.
Yo, is it
Damn,
just
my pops
me
gonna hate me
or
for
have
this.
absolutely. Have you guys seen, or is it just me, the little kind of like seeds that they've been planting for the Street Profits to break up, or is it just me?
Oh,
What's funny? They've been having like even better matches lately,
thank you.
and I don't want them to break up. But
Shout out to my son Dawkins. Once again, representing the big
Slim
boys.
thick in the
He jump over the ring. He did
building.
like this. That shakes of Yaya.
Yeah. The only reason why I say that is because was it last week's Raw where he kind of looked out of it, but I guess because of what happened to Bianca, and he was selling that. But then I felt like every time he was looking for Dawkins, he couldn't find him, so he was getting aggy about it. And I felt the same way about in the match that they had this week against Judgment Day, because even when he got the pin, I said, we got the roll up on him, I said, yo, where the fuck Dawkins at? So I don't know if they have been planning that, but I would really love to see. Oh, the Women's Rumble. Who you think?
who's the Women's Rumble?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be Becky.
Okay.
Two-time Bex.
2-time Bex.
Yeah.
And
And then she's taking the title off of Bianca at Mania.
I don't know about that.
yeah, you might as well at this point.
It's either her or Rhea, to be honest. But
yeah, I agree.
a wild card for me, actually, I had told Mikey that the other night because we were talking about it. I actually said Liv Morgan. I don't know why, but I
wouldn't be surprised.
But I just feel like that pop, if she won, would be outrageous.
She can't hold the title though, bro.
But that's the point of. Neither did Ronda, but look what happened. We had her champion for almost.
Ronda's a bigger star.
On paper.
Yeah.
So whatchamacallit, I guess we can wrap up a little bit. What else this week real quick, if anything is going on? We got next week Battle Club Pro, our first show of 2023. But before we get to that, Friday night SmackDown viewing party at Legends, followed by the official weigh-in of Simon Miller versus
Hosted by my son, Chisel
Sarah
Adonis.
Wilkins, hosted
Top
by
5 dark-skinned nigga
no
alive.
other than our good neighborhood friend Chisel Adonis. So make
Next
sure the
month, Chisel
RSVP
Adonis
come up.
episode dropping.
So make sure to come out Friday night. It'll be a great chance to, if you have never met Simon Miller in person, please come out and support him and what he's been doing for woke culture. It's been really dope. So, make sure to come out and support. And then Saturday, doors open at 3, bell times at 4. Welcome to New York City, hosted by Battle Club Pro. Once again, thank you to all the sponsors that are so far
Stephanie
sponsored.
Hardy, thanks for paying the bill, getting me paid out here. Shout out to Stephanie Hardy.
All right.
So I hit up. I said, Stephanie, yo, good luck, son.
And she gonna have 2 representatives represent her brand
Who
at
is
the.
it?
I'll tell you later.
So I was
at
like,
the
yo,
show.
Stephanie Hardy, yo, good luck. She was like, for what? I was like, for getting me paid, B, because they didn't want to pay me.
That's
Thank
not
you.
the truth.
You know how she laughed?
That's not the
See,
truth.
because
He's out here spreading
I told
propaganda.
Janelle
He's
my
spreading
rates.
propaganda.
And she was like, how you charge? I was like, yo.
First match though, I was just like, are
Mama
you
dirt
sure
sheets.
that's what we're doing?
I don't
But
care.
we came to an agreement because that's what business people do. They negotiate, and he will get his rate that we negotiated on, and that's that.
And then,
But-
it's gonna pay for my food, my cab ride
Barely
home.
his food because this nigga can eat.
My cab ride
But once
home.
again, thank you to all the sponsors so far. Once again, we have the weigh-in. We have
Thank you,
Battle Club
Gene.
Pro next weekend. Make sure to come out support. And then the following weekend, the boys will be back at Legends for the Royal Rumble viewing party on Saturday, January the 28th. Make sure to RSVP for that. It is the first Big 4 of 2023, so make sure to come out support.
Wait, we got to shout out the podcast, the Call Out Podcast for sponsoring. Of course, Capital Media LLC presents, representing Battle Club, and also, and us,
Well, and we're gonna list GG for the win. I'm drawing a blank. Knucklehead Podcast,
Network.
Dirty Heels,
Dirty Heels.
Pretty Heels. But thank you. If you once again are interested in sponsoring, you can hit me up and make sure we can touch base with that. Other than that, what is something you want to do this year before we head
Get
out?
Sarah Logan some shoes.
Check out the Spin Egg
what?
podcast out right now. New episode out. By the time you hear this, it will be out. One thing that I want to do is simply, I want to referee in Delaware, Philly, in the whole tri-state area. I want referee, and I want to go on a road trip again for wrestling.
Okay.
No, I got a whole girlfriend. I put her in the equation. She probably come too.
Oh, you
Get
can't
Sarah
force her
Logan
to
some
come.
shoes.
Shut the fuck up.
I
Can
think
you
we're
have a
done here.
realistic one?
No, we're done here. Get Sarah Logan some shoes.
Can you get a realistic goal?
That's it. That's it.
I want to shoot a live podcast.
That's in the works. Jobber Slam 3 is in the works.
We calling it Paid in Full this year?
Yeah, we're gonna do the paid. I'm gonna pull the trigger. We're gonna do the paid in full theme. I already spoke to Nick.
I already know that my son Yas finally
I
gets
spoke to
title match,
Nate.
right?
I don't know. We'll see what happens next weekend, and seeing who comes out of the first show of 2023 as
I don't
champion.
understand. Yaya should have been got a title shot.
Well,
He won it 2 years ago.
Well, we can talk about it later. But thank you guys for joining us. New goal. Oh, Josiah, I want to do commentary for a company. Josiah, remind me. There's a guy out in California. It's a white dude, but he does ring announcing and stuff like that. I'll connect you with him because he does know some of the promotions out in California.
Shout out to Wrestling Wind Down.
I'll send it. Oh, of course.
For us being fine.
And of course, Savvy with their that's where I got my Black Women of Wrestling T-shirt from that I wore for
being fine
WrestleMania.
and knowing wrestling.
Wow.
Who's this?
Don't even. That's a hole you don't want to go into. But
My bad. Shout out to Kanisha.
Ooh, Kanisha.
We got your bracelets.
Right here. And then Kanisha ain't right.
What she goes by, Lovely.
It ain't lovely. It ain't right.
any other shout outs y'all want to do before we go out?
Oh.
Michael Bostic new EP. I believe he said February 10th. So next month his EP will come out. So
Shout
make sure
out
to
to the
support
Fallout
him.
Shelter once again for excellent training.
Yes. Fallout Shelter is now in Brooklyn, New York. So make sure to hit up Joaquin, Red, Paul, Elliot, the whole team over there for Fallout. If you do want some training and you live in the Brooklyn, Queens
Right
area.
off the J line and the G line.
What else? Anything else? No, that's it. Yeah, that's what I said. The 10th, 2/10/23. His EP will come out. So super proud of him. Any other things? Next week, we will be back in the AM. Let's see how this keeps going. And then
let us know what you think of it.
I will. Yeah, let us know. Hit us up. Let us know. I'm intrigued to see what you guys are thinking and how you guys are feeling about the morning show. I think it maybe no one else is really doing the morning, so I think it makes us a little it restarts us. But once again, RSVP for Legends for the Rumble. Make sure to buy your ticket for Battle Club Pros. Welcome to NYC. Front row is officially sold out as of today. So make sure to get your general admission. You don't want to miss Sir Wilkins' first ever match in wrestling. I'm honored. I'm humbled that he's given us this honor. So I'm really excited to see what he's gonna do to Simon Miller. Yeah. I thought you was gonna do the promo here on the podcast, and then you did the promo. I was like, oh, okay. Well then, well, we're waiting for you, Simon, to respond again. So, once again, as always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. Once again, Happy New Year to all. We look forward to you guys being a part of our 2023 journey. Any shows, any talent, interviews.
It's over, got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.